My name is Liza, and welcome back to my YouTube channel and my practice. I am so incredibly happy to be back with you today for this yoga sequence, which is all about manifesting healthy boundaries, especially for this upcoming holiday season. That was a question I got a lot last year. It's how does one manifest healthy boundaries when we are surrounded with family members, friends, individuals who may not respect our boundaries during the holiday season? And especially if you are empathic or you're an empath, you tend to not know where your emotions begin and, where they end in terms of other people. This is a sequence that will work on core as well as hips. Core, because core in yoga is that symbolism of your core power, knowing when to say yes and knowing when to say no without any apologies whatsoever, and from a place of love. And then we have hips to release emotions that really don't serve you, to release emotions that aren't even yours. So I'm super excited to get into this. Come into a comfortable seated position when you are ready. Taking a nice big deep inhale into the body. And exhale, sigh out. Breathing in. And exhaling. And take a nice big deep inhale and breathe to a point where you can't breathe anymore. We're breathing. We're expanding. And we can't breathe anymore. We can't take in any more air. This is as far as you can go. And then exhale. Release. Let go, breathe naturally until you notice your breath wants to take in air again. And there's that point where it's that natural desire. And as you breathe naturally, you notice even the breath itself has its own boundaries. And there's no judgment, no shame, no criticism in how you breathe. Or there shouldn't be. Begin to check on into the body, recognizing how you are feeling physically, emotionally, again, without any judgment. Knowing how your feelings are, knowing where you are at today, knowing where you begin. Honoring any tightness, any places where the body says, I can only go so far here. Honoring emotions, not forcing them to be something else. Take a nice big deep inhale into the body. Exhale. Set an intention for your practice. Whatever it is, keep it in mind. And gently float the eyes open. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and come onto the hands and knees for tabletop position. Let's begin with cat-cow, how I always like to begin my practice, which is a great way to check in with the physical body with movement. So taking a nice big deep inhale, tilting the pelvis forward and down, sending the belly down towards the yoga mat, grounding down through the fingertips, sending the heart through the gateway of the arms, rolling your gaze forward and up. On an exhale, tops of the feet to the floor, round in the upper back, chin comes towards the chest. Taking a nice big deep inhale, curling the toes under, sending the belly on down, rolling the gaze forward and up. Exhale, tops of the feet to the floor, round in the upper back. Chin comes towards the chest. Press into the back. And just continue to move and breathe in that way. That feels really good. Checking in with the body and beginning to allow yourself to move creatively in any way. And what does this allow you to do? Sending heart maybe over the left wrist or over the right. This allows you to really check in with what you want to do, how you feel, what your needs are in this moment of cat-cow. And this little physical and emotional exercise can be so helpful off the mat when you need to just check in with what you need. What feels good, what doesn't feel good. Taking a nice big deep inhale into the body. And exhale, sighing out. Slowly coming back to tabletop position. Make sure the knees are underneath the hips, wrists are underneath the shoulders. Slight bend in the elbows so you don't hyperextend. And go ahead, lift the right knee on up and see how far you can lift it while keeping your hips square. And again, your body has a boundary right here. Don't push past the boundary, honor it. Inhale. Exhale, begin to send that knee back to the side, down and back, and just release any tension in the hips. Breathe into any spots, any sensations, just like you need to breathe sometimes when someone says something that you're like, breathe into the sensation. Allow a little bit of discomfort without making that discomfort completely define your practice. Last 2 breaths, inhaling. And exhale. Last big deep breath in. And exhale. And slowly send that right heel all the way on back and sweep the right foot all the way out to the side. I'm going to move over so you can see my foot a little bit. Go ahead, ground down through all 4 corners of your right foot. Walk the fingertips as far forward as possible. Bow on down. Release all and any emotions that don't serve you. Let go. Last big deep inhale. Exhale. And slowly walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Let's take this into the opposite side. Go ahead, see if we can lift the left leg as far as it can go. It may be different on either side, but lift, grounding down through the fingertips, and then begin to trace circles, honoring that boundary line of the inner thigh. And also honoring sensation, uncomfortable sensation, without reacting. Just honoring the feelings, knowing that it doesn't have to define your practice. It doesn't have to define your day, your holiday season. 2 more breaths as you send the knee back, forward to the side. Last big deep inhale. And exhale, go ahead and reach the left heel all the way on back. Sweep the left foot out to the side. And I have a couple of yoga blocks here. So if you do, maybe you can incorporate them as well. Ground down through all 4 corners of the left foot. Walk the blocks as far out. Bow on down. And that will give you a deeper stretch in the shoulders. If you don't have the blocks, no worries. Just continue what we did on the opposite side. Walk the hands as far out as possible and bow. Last big deep inhale. And exhale, slowly walk the hand underneath the shoulder. Bring the knee back to center. Move your blocks to someplace accessible. Adjust and move in any way that feels good. All right, from here, curl the toes under, press into the hands, press into the feet, lift the hips up nice and high. Come into your first downward facing dog. Begin to pedal out the legs, bend through one leg, reach through opposite heel.
spread wide through the shoulder blades. Draw the navel on in. Send the hips up nice and high as you reach the heels down towards the yoga mat. Last big deep breath in. And exhale, really reach the heels as far as it can go. Really press into the fingertips. Send the hips up and back. Bend the knees. Send the belly to the tops of your legs. And notice even here, there are boundaries within the body. Honor those. Take a nice big deep breath in. And exhale, sigh out. Beautiful work. Go ahead, slowly release the knees on towards the mat just to hover, and then walk the feet on out in plank posture, pressing the floor away, staying very, very strong and resolute, repeating the affirmation, I am allowed to say no. I am allowed to say no. I am allowed to say no. Repeating the affirmation as you inhale, really drawing the navel on in. Exhale, drawing it in a little bit more. I am allowed to say yes. I am allowed to say yes. I am allowed to say yes. Last affirmation here. I set boundaries from a place of love. I set boundaries from a place of love. You have it. I set boundaries from a place of love. When you are ready, release the knees on down. Go ahead, bring the knees as wide as the yoga mat. Take a well-deserved child's pose. Check into the emotions. And take a moment to trust yourself. Trust that you are lovable. Trust that you can be authentic with the world around you. From here, ground down through the fingertips. Curl toes under, press up and back into downward facing dog when you are ready. Noticing the boundary lines of the body. And then send the left foot to center. Come up onto the ball of the left foot and sweep that right foot up nice and high. And then see if you can draw the knee in towards the chest, round in the upper back, just like in that cat posture. See if you can step the right foot in between the hands or take a hold of that ankle and help it on forward. Make sure the feet are hips distance apart, and then go ahead, release that left knee on down. Bring the top of the left foot to the floor. Bring the hands to the knees and rise through head, neck, and chest. Notice the boundary lines within the hips. Notice when the hips say, okay, you're going a little bit too far here. Breathe. Take a nice big deep inhale. And exhale. Last big deep inhale. And exhale. Honor any emotions that come up at this moment, whatever it is. And then go ahead, send that left hand on down, sweep that right hand on up. Take a nice gentle twist. Maybe for some of you, if you have or if you desire to go ahead and take a hold of that back left foot, you can, but this is a boundary line. Maybe you're not warmed up enough and it's like, nope. And then we release and we let it go. We don't have to reach. Honor the body's boundaries. Honor your own boundaries. Last big deep inhale. Exhale, release that right foot on down, curl toes under, and then sweep the right leg up and back, bend on into the knee, trace circles one way, and then in the opposite direction. And release that right foot on down. Bring the right foot to center, come up onto the ball of the foot, and then go ahead, sweep that left leg up and back. Breathe in. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands, help it forward by taking hold of the ankle, and release that right knee on down. Bring the top of the right foot to the floor, place both hands onto the left knee, and rise. Ooh, notice one side's different than the other. Honor the emotions. Honor also sometimes the frustration, because sometimes we want to meet people where they're at, and sometimes we can't. We just can't. It's like, no, too far for me. And that's okay. There are moments where you will be able to meet people halfway. There are moments where you will be able to just say, nope, not today. It's the same thing. One side is always different than the other, and it's okay to honor that. Last 2 breaths, inhaling. Exhale. Last big deep breath in. Exhale, release the right hand on down. Reach the left arm on up. Take a delicious twist, wringing out all and anything that does not serve you. Staying strong in your core, connecting to a sense of self, connecting to a sense of power. Last big deep inhale. Maybe take a hold of the back leg. Exhale. Or not. And when you are absolutely ready, go ahead, breathe in. Exhale, release that left hand on down. Curl right toes under. Sweep that left foot up and back. Keeping the hips nice and square and release. Gaze forward in between the hands and step the right foot to the outside of the right hand, left foot to the outside of the left hand. And go ahead, slowly come to sit. Breathing in and exhale, straighten and fold. Inhale, turn the toes out, bend like a little frog, Mandukasana. And exhale, send toes forward and release. And we're just doing that movement by grounding down through the heels of the feet. So inhale, bending, and exhale. Last big deep inhale to bend, and exhale. Heel to the feet, hips distance apart, or the big toes can come together with a slight natural separation between the heels. Come to sit as far as you can go. You choose. And then sweep the fingertips forward and up. Stay strong. Draw the navel on in. Feel that core power right here. Bring the first finger and thumb together. Inhale. Exhale, bend. Breathing in. Exhale, bend elbows. 2 more times. Inhaling. And exhale. Last time, breathing in. Exhale. And go ahead, slowly sweep the fingertips forward, 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 forward. Come to sit. Great work. Melt the shoulders away from the ears. Send the hands underneath the knees. Take a moment to just be here, balancing on the tailbone. From here, slowly inhale, the heels as far as they can go. And your body may be like, nope, my back can only stay straight with my ankles here. Because we don't want rounding, right? We want to keep the back as nice and long as possible. And then maybe you'll be able to come here. Maybe you'll be able to come here and just take a moment to visualize that strength, that core you have, wherever you're at. It could be here, it could be here, it could be just lifting. Doesn't matter. Stay strong. 3 more breaths. Staying present, staying grounded. I am worthy of saying yes. I am worthy of saying no. I am worthy of setting boundaries from a place of love. Inhale, go as far as the body can go as you lengthen, 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 and you start to shake and you're like, this is my boundary line. This is where I can say, okay, coming here. Inhale. And exhale. Stay strong for 2 more breaths, breathing in. And exhale. Last big deep inhale. And exhale, draw the knees in, beautiful, and cross at the ankles. Come on to the hands and knees, tabletop. Go ahead, curl toes under, press up and back, downward facing dog. Take a nice stretch in the booty area. Ready for the grand finale. We cannot set boundaries without feeling strong in a warrior sequence. So go ahead, inhale the left foot up towards the ceiling. Bend the left knee, stack that left knee over the right hip. And then go ahead, step that left foot in between the hands or help it on forward. Pivot the right foot on down so that there's an imaginary line, cutting that back right arch in half. And then go ahead, windmill the arms into warrior 2. Really sink in, bend on in, stay strong, stay firm, stay grounded. I'm worthy of saying yes. I'm worthy of saying no. I'm worthy of coming from a place of authenticity, from a place of love, from a place of setting boundaries, healthy boundaries for myself and for others. Last big deep inhale, really bend on into that left knee. Keep tracing it towards the pinky toe. Exhale, sweep that left hand up and back. Send the right hand down the leg. Breathe, inhaling. And exhale, go ahead, send that left forearm on down. Reach the right hand up and over. Inhaling, send the left hand up and back, straighten the left leg. And exhale. Last big deep inhale. And exhale. Go ahead, turn the heels inward as the toes move outward. Bend on into the knees, stay strong, get into the hips, rock from side to side. We are going to say yes or say no through lion's breath. So imagining you're saying yes or no, but letting it out in a lion's breath. So inhale the arms up, straighten the legs. Exhale, tongue comes out, bend the elbows. Imagine saying yes or no. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Awesome. Go ahead slowly. Begin to release. Turn the left toes to face, what's the right side of your mat? Right toes to face what is now forward, but was the back of your mat. Bend on in. Come into warrior 2. Stay strong. Now from here, with the feet, go ahead slowly. Make sure the feet are that heel to back arch connection. That will really help you open and trace that left knee towards the pinky toe. Ground down through all 4 corners of that left foot. Melt the shoulders away from the ear as you gaze forward. Take a nice big deep inhale. Exhale, just bend a little bit deeper. Stay strong. Now again, sensations of discomfort may come up. Let it go or breathe into it. Honor, but don't let it take a hold of your whole practice. Calm the mind as you feel sensation. Last big deep inhale. And exhale. Go ahead, straighten the left leg. Feel that release. Reach the right arm up and over. And exhale, send the right forearm on down. Left arm comes up and overhead. 2 more times. Inhaling. And exhale. Last big deep breath in. And exhale. Beautiful. Slowly come back through center. Turn the heels inward as the toes move outward. Maybe heel toe the feet a little bit closer together. And then turn both toes to face forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. Walk the fingertips as far back behind you as they can go. Feel the boundary line there. Honor the boundary line as far as they can go. And maybe you'll recognize, wow, it could go a lot farther. But at least you're checking in with yourself, right? We're not just not setting boundaries or setting boundaries willy-nilly without checking in with what we need, what the body needs. Take a nice big deep breath in. Exhale, sigh out. And slowly walk the hands as far forward as possible, coming up onto the fingertips, feeling a nice stretch in that upper back. Send the right hand over to that left leg. Sweep the left hand on up. Bend that right elbow. Feeling the boundary lines. Not over pulling or over forcing, but feeling where the stretch feels most authentic to the body, where it feels at its best. And then go ahead, flip. Send that left hand to the right foot. Sweep the right hand on up. Go to the spot where you feel a stretch without overcompensating, without trying too hard. Just allowing the boundaries of the body to be. And release. Walk the hands all the way over back to that left foot, coming on to the ball of the right foot, grounding down through the fingertips. Sweep that left leg up and back. Bend the left knee. Can we flip our dog by maybe sending the heart forward, rolling onto the pinky toe of the right foot, and lifting up? And if that's not doable today, honor the body's boundaries. Bring the right knee on down, pivot the left foot on down, and just come here. It's all good. Honor where you're at. Take a nice big deep inhale. Exhale, send that left hand on down. Bring the left foot on down. Sweep the right knee on up. Bend the right knee. And flip your dog, sending the heart up and over. Or simply just bring the knee on down and come here. Still gazing up. Still getting the same benefits of the pose, but just meeting your practice where it authentically is. 2 more breaths. Take a nice big deep inhale and exhale. Last big deep inhale and exhale. Bend that left knee. Unflip the dog. Go ahead, come into plank pose. If you're in hands and knees, come into your plank pose. Slowly lower, 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 till you can't lower anymore. Stay strong. Feel the 4 corners of your mat. Feel the edges of your practice. Honor it. Stay strong in it. And then release the knees. Lower the belly. Let it go. Let it go. Bend the knees. Go ahead, slowly press up and back into a child's pose. And if at any point the child's pose doesn't feel good, you can always come to sit onto the heels of the feet in a hero's pose. Placing one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly. And wherever you are at, just take a moment to breathe. To tune on in to what you need, what calls to you. To tune on in to how you feel. Checking on in with yourself. And just taking a moment of gratitude for yourself. For the people who respect your boundaries. For you who respect your boundaries. For your authenticity. Let yourself be grounded in a deeper self-love practice of gratitude. Inhale. And exhale. For those of you who are in child's pose, come meet me in hero's pose. Slowly sweep the legs in front. Send the knees to the belly. Take a hold of the feet. Slide the feet as far as they can go. Really melting belly into the legs. And this is my boundary line within my hamstrings for this forward fold. Sometimes it's a little bit more open, but for today, this is where I'm at. And I honor it, and I close my eyes, and I bow on down. I am worthy of honoring my own boundaries. Repeat it to yourself. I am worthy of honoring my own boundaries. Boundaries aren't a way of disappointing people. They aren't a way of getting back at people or trying to be better or worse. It's about being authentic. You're not failing anyone. You're not disappointing anyone. Take a moment of gratitude in you simply being you and setting the boundaries you need to live fully and authentically and serve everyone around you this holiday season or in general. Take a nice big deep breath in and exhale. Slowly come to rise. Bend the knees. Come on to the back. Hug the knees on in. Ooh, I remove my clip. And hug the knees. Rock from side to side. If you want to take a reclined Baddha Konasana with the soles of the feet together. Actually, this is not reclined Baddha Konasana. Actually, I don't know what this pose is called, but it's like a Baddha Konasana. It's also kind of like a happy baby. It's like a happy baby and a butterfly created a pose. And I just like it because it feels a little bit more like a cocoon. But if you wish to come into happy baby, feel free. If you wish to straighten the legs, get a nice opening in the legs, feel free. Take a nice big deep breath in. Sigh out. Release. Go ahead. You can bring the knees together with the feet as wide as the yoga mat. Or you can send one leg down and then the other for Shavasana. Knowing that you're a being of love and light, even with all the shadows, even with all the things we work on. And you are worthy of living authentically, setting boundaries from a place of truth, from a place of love. Visualizing a life where you can be authentic with yourself, where you can set these boundaries without fear, without shame, without guilt. Letting the rest go. Know that you are loved. You are worthy of setting healthy and happy boundaries. You can stay here for as long as you wish. Or if you wish to end the practice, you can roll onto your side, cradling your head. And only when you are ready, go ahead and press on up to your comfortable seated position. But again, you can stay here for as long as you wish. I am so incredibly honored to share this practice with you. Thank you for joining me today. Sending you so many blessings and love for your life and possibly for the holiday season ahead, where you can just simply set boundaries from a place of love. Choose to not react. Choose to be in your power, knowing what you deserve, knowing what is your truth, and honoring others where they're at. Have an amazing rest of your day, your night, your week, or weekend, my friends. Om Shanti Shanti Peace. Namaste, beautiful ones.